Whitstable Brewery, Whitstable Pilsner.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I have finished work for the day, so it is time for the beer. And I have got a beer from the Whitstable Brewery, based just down the road in Whitstable Bay in Kent. And Whitstable Bay, if you've never been there, is very nice. I went down there the other night with a mate on the bike and I got told off by an old boy. I was going down the high road and he had a proper go at me. He said my bike was too loud and it was disturbing everyone. Oh, de-dums. Anyway, it's fucking posh down there. Not for the likes of a rough bloke like me, I don't think. But it is nice on a summer's day and the ride down there is quite nice as well. So that was good. What wasn't good was the fucking 100-mile detour on the way back when they closed the motorway. I ended up having to go to Dover and then ride home from there, which was a major pain in the arse. Anyway, I'm fucking going on a rant here. Let's get back to the beer. This is from the Whitstable Brewery. Now, the Whitstable Brewery are what are they? They're connected somehow with the Whitstable Oyster Company. Now, they say they're world famous. I've never heard of them before I got hold of this, so I don't think they're that famous. But Whitstable is renowned for its seafood, and that Whitstable Oyster Company is a restaurant, a seafood restaurant. And to be honest, seafood isn't really my thing. Fish and all that, you know, shellfish and all that. I don't mind it if I have to, but I wouldn't eat it out of choice. But they're renowned for that, and they get all the oysters from the bay and they serve them in the restaurant, and it's apparently fucking extortionate. But this is a brewery that is based next to it, I think, or is part of it, I'm not quite sure, but they serve it in the restaurant. They serve the beer in the restaurant, and their beer is served all over Kent and in Sussex as well. And they use Kentish hops, and as well as world hops as well, but they also use British malt too. And I tried one of their beers before, and it was a East India IPA, which was a new one on me. And I assume it was a play on the old East India Company, who were the original ones to export IPA or India Pale Ale. And that is where I'm assuming they got that name from. But it was a bit, you know, I didn't really get that. I didn't see why they were doing that. And to be honest, the beer was quite average as well. But this looks quite promising. So let's stop gassing and let's investigate the beer. Right, it's 4.9%. It's a 330ml bottle. It is called Whitstable Pilsner. Now, the word Pilsner and Helles just get thrown about a lot now to describe lager, but it looks like these actually know what they're talking about when they say Pilsner. They say a Czech-style Pilsner brewed using the authentic Saaz hops with a crisp and fresh citrusy flavour. So yeah, they use Kentish hops obviously in their ales and stuff, but they also use world hops too, and they've used Saaz in this, which is what you should be using in a Czech Pilsner, because that's what they use in the Czech Republic. And yeah, there's no additives or anything like this. Contains barley and wheat, so there's wheat in this as well, which is unusual. Oh, they've done that, but yeah, that's a bit of an anomaly. Why would you put wheat in a Pilsner? Anyway, let's get it open and let's see what's going on. Right, I'm just going to put it in a little Pilsner glass. This is a German Pilsner glass, but it's all the same, really. Right, so there it is. There's the colour. Pretty nice golden straw colour. Fair bit of carbonation. On the nose. Quite a lot of lemon citrus on there. Some grainy aromas. Oh, there's a sweetness to it as well. Like an artificial type sweetness. And I sort of got this with the Estrella Galicia that I reviewed the other day. I have to say the head is pretty non-existent on that. But yeah, there's a grainy, sweet grainy flavour that I'm not sure about. Anyway, look at that. I've just managed to get it right to the very fucking brim. So let's stop gassing and let's get this down my Gregory. Cheers. I'm not sure about this. Maybe that was me. I initially thought I was getting a bit of a vinegary type taste to it, but that seems to have gone now, and it doesn't taste too bad. Quite nice. Nice bit of earth and spice coming from them Saaz hops. There is like a biscuit malt finish on the arse end of it, and to be honest, this is reminding me slightly more of a German Pilsner than it is of a Czech Pilsner, but it's not bad either way. It's quite clean finish on it. Not much carbonation in there, and that definitely translates to the mouthfeel. Well, the bubbles are very fine. You really have to get your senses up to feel the carbonation in there, which I like. You know, some people like masses of carbonation in beer. I really don't like it at all. I think it's a fine line between moving the flavours around and then just getting in the way of the flavours. But this is quite nice. Not bad. There's everything in there that would tell me that this is done in the style of a Pilsner. Now, it's reminding me a bit more of a German Pilsner than it is a Czech Pilsner, but either way, it is nice. There's a nice finish on it, nice sort of biscuity type malt finish. Lots of earth, lots of spice, and backbone of lemon citrus running through it, and it's quite refreshing and quite nice. So what's the verdict on this? Yeah, not bad. I had a bit of a misgiving when I sort of smelt that. I thought it smelt a bit artificially sweetened, like a, you know, that macro brewed sweetness that you get in there from glucose syrup. I thought it had a bit of that in it, but they say it doesn't have any artificial additives or preservatives in this, and it does taste quite nice. One thing I will say, the labelling is just, I don't know, it just doesn't stand out at all for me. It's just very simple and basic. Now I don't know whether they've done that as a sort of a cost-cutting measure, but it just doesn't stand out as, you know, being anything special with that label on it. But the beer, I have to say, is not bad. As Czech Pilsners go, this is not a bad effort at all. They've obviously used the right hops, and they've tried to get it tasting like a Czech Pilsner. I think they've missed the target slightly, and it's tasting a bit like a German Pilsner. But either way, on its own merits, this is not a bad Pilsner at all. I am going to give this, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And I'll recommend it if you can find it. Now, if you go to a pub, you're probably going to have to be in the Kent or the Sussex area. And even then, not every pub will do it. I've frequented a lot of the pubs in Kent, and I don't believe I've seen that. Now, Shepherd Neame own most of the pubs in Kent, or a good few of them. I mean, you do get Green King and some others as well, but Shepherd Neame are the dominant force in pub landlordship in Kent, and I doubt that they would be selling this because they've got their own lagers to sell. So you'd probably have to find a free house or a micro pub in Kent or Sussex that would stock that. But they do it online. I think I got that from, was it Beers of Europe or was it Honest Brew? It was one of the two, I can't remember. Or was it Noble Green? I can't, do you know what, I should write where I got it from on the label. But yeah, if you can track it down, it's worth having a go. It's not a bad Pilsner. I would be perfectly happy trying that. I don't know what it's like on draft or out of a keg. I imagine it's quite nice, but out of the bottle, that is not bad at all. So I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. Recommended if you can find it, but I think you're going, if you're up north especially, I don't think you'll be going to be able to find that unless you order it online. So there you go. And remember, beer is working class champagne.